So, who has killed Sharif Osman Hadi, who is from Inqilab Mancha? He's the founder and also the spokesperson of Inqilab Mancha, which is in Bengali called a revolutionary uh, forum or platform, right? So, it is a socio-economic activism or activist forum or platform. They have tried to enlist themselves as a political party and felt twice cancelled in the earlier regime, in the regime of Sheikh Hasina. Now they are working as a non-political uh, forum or platform. Now, in this podcast, I will cover these things, right? One is I will provide you on the recent incident and OSINT intelligence, which you will never get in standard media. So I will try to cover that. What has happened and what exactly who are the culprits? I guess the culprit names are there now, but OSINT was buzzing with culprit name 2 days back also. So in the media it came today. India Today covered that. So we know all those things, but I will try to cover what has happened after that, right? That's what I will cover. Then I will try to analyze who has done that, right? We know the person who has killed uh, Osman Hadi, but who has done that? It's not a. It might be a political killing or political assassination, or it might be an international covert operation, or it can be a pure play personal enmity. Let's understand what are the different options, and my analysis will be based on my facts and also my facts and my assessment, and also the data I get from the OSINT platform, which is in my laptop. So let's go one by one. So let me first explain like how the uh, mm, Bangladesh political overall profile in terms of different political parties and how they are working. Let's take that part. Okay. Uh, the Bangladesh political landscape from 1948 was actually driven by the most powerful political party called Bangladesh Awami League, or simply called Awami League, and that was founded in 1948. And they were the prime force behind Bangladesh independence from East Pakistan. They were East Pakistan, and now they formed 1971. They fought the battle of with Pakistan, and they forced Mukti Yuddha, and also the larger aspect of Awami League. Awami League workers actually forced, along with India, to uh, to have a Bangladesh, right? As a which we celebrate as Vijay Divas, right, in India and also in Bangladesh. That's a major party. Then you have the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, which came into prominence in 1978, where we had some kind of corruption from the Awami League-driven government, and obviously that came into prominence, and they killed Mujibur Rahman, and obviously their Mujibur Rahman's daughter Sheikh Hasina and his family came to India. Right, that was another party, and these two parties are the major parties. There was another party which was formed by Ershad, the ex-president, and now that party has been broken down into multiple factions. So those are called not those parties will not be called as national party. It is slightly kind of distributed across Bangladesh, right? Now, these two parties are, we can call it a democratic party or democratic nationalist party, where Awami League is slightly more conservative and socialistic in nature, where BNP is more nationalistic in nature, right? Then came when these things were going on, the entire 1971 war. So Pakistan has actually brought in Rajakars, right? These Rajakars are not. We should not confuse these Rajakars with our Hyderabad Rajakars. So these Rajakars are a counter-insurgency force created by Pakistan to fight Mukti Bahini during the 1971 war. When Pakistan lost the war, these Rajakars, which are pro-Pakistani, some stayed within. Majority of them stayed in Bangladesh, but many of them fled to India. They came to India and settled in Bengal, and these guys actually created riot. When you see some of the movies in India, these Rajakars actually came to Bengal and created havoc, and they are right now in Bengal, and also they are right now in many part of India. And these people are obviously staying in India, but they are pro-Pakistani still now, still there. And Pakistan ISI uses these people, their family, and also their nearabouts to fan out separatist movement in India, and also creating the sleeper cells. So these obviously the Rajakars are the most dangerous people in India as well as in Bangladesh, mostly in Bangladesh, right? And these Rajakars actually created the parties which are Islamist parties, which is controlled by ISI, right? One Islamist party is Jamaat Islam, which is a major Islamist party, and and it was created post partition only. I mean, post partition, but it came into it went down when Mukti Bahini, like Mujibur Rahman, was actually was there, and these people were actually one of the sole force behind killing of Mujibur Rahman, Jamaat Islami. And so if I and they are now actually came again. Those people were actually in the jails when Yunus came into from the government, or maybe you can say that interim government, and the Yunus government released those people from jails, and they are now openly in Bangladesh, and created multiple faction of Islamic political parties. So one of them is Jamaat Islam. Second one is the Hepajat Islam, which is again founded in 2010, right? And from Jamaat Islam, Shafiqur Rahman is the leader, and from Hifazat Islam, there are two prominent leaders, Shah Muhibullah Bahunagiri and Junaid Bahunagiri. These people are Rajakars, right? These people are Rajakars for Pakistani. There's third Islami party, which is called Islami Andolan Bangladesh, where there's a person called Mufti Saeed Muhammad is the person who is leading this party. So these are three larger Islamist political party, right? I talked about two main political parties, which are democratic political party, national political, but these political parties, the three political parties, are Islamist political parties. They are based on Islam as a religion, right? Then you have the new emergent after 2024 July declaration. One prominent party is NCP, which is National Citizen Party, and some of the leaders are Nahid Islam, then Nasiruddin Patwari, and after Hussein, there is another famous person which came into prominent a few days back when he he actually provided with a larger Bangladesh map, which is anti-India. Yeah, I talked about smaller parties like Jatiya. There's another party which actually formed after this 2024 July convention was Jatiya Party. Uh, Obviously, this was a fraction from Ershad. Then Liberation Democratic Party. These are all small parties. Obviously, there is a left wing party, but to be in a summary, you have two main political parties, Awami League and BNP. And Awami League has been banned right now by the current government. And then you have the three major Islamist political parties, where Jamaat Islam is the main. And then you have a couple of student wing, which came after the prominent of this 2024 July convention. And the larger one is the National Citizenship Party, right? That these are the political landscape now. Now, how does this Inqilab, right? The name of the, it's not a political party, but Inqilab Mancha is a political platform. Actually, not a political party. Tried to register in a couple of times, but cancelled. Now, what they did in 2024, what was their overall? So this person who was killed, Sharif Osman Hadi, and his institution that is called Inqilab Mancha. What they did was they brought in. They are the activists, right? They are primarily the activists, street activists, and also political activists. So they brought in all the student unions across Dhaka University, Dhaka colleges, and outside Dhaka, also many other places, and brought in. He actually scheduled all the programs for these student wings, how to do the demonstration and all those things. Because the student union was there, multiple student unions were there across Dhaka University and also the Dhaka colleges, but probably they were not united. So this person called Sharif Usman Hadi actually brought them in, gave them the platform, and he was also uh, scheduling and orchestrating all the demonstration against Sheikh Hasina, and also she was the core force behind the entire 2024 July convention, July Andolan, what they call it, right? Now, the killing, obviously, I will provide you some details on the killing. So, 12 December, Osman Hadi was going for a rally in his constituency. The constituency, he has actually nominated himself from Dhaka 8 constituency for the upcoming election in February 2026. And he was going in an auto rickshaw, which is and then one motorcycle came, and couple of guys, among which one actually shoot him. And there was some investigation done, and this information actually I got yesterday from the OSINT, but today it got picked up by multiple mainstream media. I'm just mentioning, and most of you might be aware of that. The person name who actually pulled the trigger was Faisal, right? Yeah, the Faisal. Full name is Faisal Haider, and there's another person who was accompanying him in the motorcycle is Alamgir Sheikh. Uh, Now there are two principal investigation that is going on, and Bangladeshi police is not sure of that which one is correct. Though Yunus has actually asked India that these two guys or these two killer has actually moved into Indian across the Indian border and is right now in India, and they have asked India's help to bring them back. But police has not, or police. There are two different police that are doing the investigation. So there are two law enforcement body in Bangladesh, separate, are doing this investigation. One is Bangladesh Police, which is Dhaka Police, who is doing the investigation, and there's another anti-terrorism unit called Action Battalion (RAB). These two entities are doing the investigation, and their investigation uh, mm, outcome is slightly different. So, Bangladesh Dhaka police is actually not sure about that these two guys I talked about, right? Um, uh, his name are Faisal Karim and Muhammad Alamgir Sheikh. These two guys have moved to India or trespassed into India in India through border. Whereas the Rapid Action Battalion has actually investigated that these uh, two-person has fled to India through Meghalaya state. They are right now in Meghalaya. Uh, but the border they have called is remote border route in Halua Ghat, Maimen Singh, uh, and they have actually been they have used multiple vehicles twice, two or three motorcycle they have used, and then two cars they have used to kind of go and cross the border in India. I don't know how much that this entire OSINT is true, but there are two different set of investigation. Dhaka police is not sure about that these two guys fled to India, whereas another law enforcement body of Bangladesh, which is Rapid Action Battalion, are saying that these two guys moved to India. Now let's discuss about the different options. What can happen, right? What has happened or what can happen? There are five options I have identified. These are the five options which is the core reason of the killing of this guy, right? Option five is personal enmity. The this option is absolutely very lower probability because the pattern of personal killing and the motive, obviously motive I don't know from the personal enmity side, but the pattern of killing doesn't fits into the personal enmity kind of motive, because the killing personal enmity killing in Bangladesh, the trend is different. So this kind of killing doesn't happen in terms of personal limit. The probability is low. Basic probability is there, but it's not like India. India, this kind of probability is high, but in Bangladesh, this is not the probability. Option four, faction-based assassination. So there has been chatter in the open source intelligence that there has been some degree of confrontation or I will say, uh, of fights, multiple fights between Sharif Osman Hadi, who is the leader of Inqilab Mancha, and obviously the NCP, National Citizenship Party, uh, and because of the reason of fight was because they were not aligned to the draft convention of August convention. The draft proposal that they are putting, they are not aligned to many points, and there was some kind of arguments and enmity between these two groups, these two faction, or these two faction, and obviously the person Nahidul Islam twice tried to uh, dramatize his resignation to force uh, uh, Osama, or I will say uh, Hadi, Osama bin Hadi, to change the overall draft. That this should not. I mean, there are few contentious points based on which these two groups were actually fighting, and there is a probability that there might be some degree of faction and um, mm, there might be, I mean, NCP might be behind this killing. But if you ask me, I am not into that. I will not believe into that option four. So I will just struck down that option four. So option five is gone. Option four is gone. I'm giving you multiple option. I'm just striking based on the intelligence I have and also my assessment, right? Option three is a very important one. They are asking, and Inter Bangladesh is asking for, is it a covert operation from RAW and Awami League? Uh, is RAW behind this operation? Okay, we have to understand. Let me be very honest with you. If I take the outside media, right? If I take the outside media and the killings happen that unknown men or unidentified men killing in Pakistan, all the terrorists, and also in Canada. The pattern is same, right? Two guys come with a helmet and they just uh, shoot down the guy, and then he just played and no nothing. Like they comes like a ghost and goes away, right? That's the pattern. Now there's a difference here. The difference is the motive. Like what is the motive of Raw? Because this guy is not that prominent guy. What will be the motive of India to kill this guy and create a havoc in Bangladesh? Will there be any kind of motive for Raw? I don't think so, because and if you see the India is slightly the foreign policy towards Bangladesh, that they want Bangladesh, all they want from Bangladesh is that don't let your soil to be inhabited by the terrorists, right? That's the only, because we don't have any business. We have the export and all other things, but the primary concern of India is security, national security. Now, that's why, as an alternative, India is forced to think towards BNP. And if you see recent posts from BNP and also from Prime Minister Modi, that like he was wishing a good health to Khalida Zia. So those kind of optics suggest that India is slightly aligning towards BNP, right? Though they were not. I mean, if you see the history, India is never aligned to BNP because of their background of killing of Mujibur Rahman, and also their activism and their alignment to Jamaat. BNP once was aligned to Jamaat in their political fight, in the political battle, and India doesn't like that, and that's why India never aligned to BNP. But right now, what we are seeing, there's a trend in foreign policy change, and India is slightly gearing towards that alternative, that let's find BNP as our golden sword, like golden boot, like because Awami League is banned, let us put our money in BNP. And why I will say that Raw is not in this entire thing, or India is not in this entire thing, because India doesn't want the election to be delayed until and unless India knows, or Raw knows, that Awami League will win the election. There is I mean, Awami League, I don't know about Awami League, but at least current situation, they are banned from participating in the election. And India doesn't have any kind of any kind of alternative towards BNP. And if the election is held now, the majority chances that BNP will win the election, right? As per the exit poll, as well as our opinion poll, or from the perspective of intelligence. So there is a never, India will never delay this election because their best bet is BNP, and the more it delay the election, there's a benefit for Yunus, there's a benefit for Jamaat. So India will never want that unless and until Awami League is back. Since Awami League is banned, the best bet is BNP, and that's why India will never delay this election, and that's why probably India will never do this kind of chaos creation, right? And that's why this option, I think, option three, Raw plus Awami League, is not a credible option. Though I know this pattern, ISI might be kind of creating this pattern uh, tell people of Bangladesh, see the same pattern we are seeing in Canada, same pattern we are seeing in Pakistan, the same patterns we are seeing in Bangladesh, and hence India is involved in this killing. But I don't think so. India, see, ultimately killing needs a motive and counter motives. I feel from the strategic point of view, geopolitics point of view, uh, there's India should be neutral. India should be neutral, not killing this person. And he doesn't have any political base. I mean, he's a person who he's not a NCP leader. He's not a BNP leader. He is not a prominent political face. He's a political mass leader, but he's not a political face. So killing a mass leader, there's a difference between killing a mass leader and killing a prominent political face. Uh, Killing a mass leader can create a chaos in the country, and who want to create this chaos? The people who doesn't want the election, right? So I don't think so. India want this kind of option. If India want, then they will kill Jamaat, because see, threat perception is one thing. Another important thing I will say, the counter motive, right? So India creates a threat perception. They will only kill the people through covert operation if they think that this person is threat towards India. Just proclaiming that I want a bigger Bangladesh doesn't make a person highest threat perception. The terrorist who has actually uh, did who has actually did Mumbai, who has actually did Parliament attack, who actually did 26/11 or other terrorist attack, those are the black heart or black hunt kind of target for covert operation from raw side. Similar for Khalistani separatist leader. And that Khalistani separatist leader actually did referendum and was targeting Indira Gandhi's and also was targeting the community, right? Both Hindu community and the Sikh community there. And that has a larger degree of threat perception towards India. And he was actually uh, threatening India that I will bomb planes, Indian planes, like they did in Kanishka. So this guy from the raw side doesn't have that degree of threat perception. So I don't think so. Raw will be involved in this kind of scenario. Uh, Now, this option three, raw versus Awami League, I don't think so. It's a more, uh, I will say, a probabilistic. Now, option two, just only Awami League. This is the probability. This is probably a good, I will say, a more pragmatic option. Just only Awami League, and their motive is to delay the election because the only person, the three teams will, the three entity will benefit from this entire delay of election. One is Yunus, Muhammad Yunus. Second is Awami League, and third one is Jamaat. Right? I will tell why this one, but Awami League might be a possibility because this guy, Osama, whatever Hadi, actually um, from the intelligence sources, what I know that this guy actually provoked the people on that uh, day when the entire crowd went inside the the prime minister's house and also torched many offices. He was the person who actually demanded the resignation of Awami League leader, along with including Sheikh Hasina. He was the person who actually threatened Sheikh Hasina multiple times. And probably Awami League, and this person was also like a week back. He was actually, if you see, he was carrying a stick, and he was along with his follower. He was searching for Awami League workers. He was saying that I will just go, I will do a rally. If I find Awami League worker, I will kill him. And he was doing the rally openly. And probably that might be another option that Awami League might be behind this killing. This is one of the probabilistic, I think. But the first option, I believe, is a Unis plus ISI plus Jamaat. I feel this is the perfect situation that if the election happens, I will tell you, as per my intelligence, if the election happens, BNP will win the election. And it is zero for Unis, it is zero for Jamaat, it is zero for ISI because of late Jamaat has some differences with both Unis, not Unis, with BNP, right? And they have a well mechanized framework which they have created with ISI. And Shamsher Ali Beg of ISI is actually leading that. Person name is Shamsher Ali Beg from ISI in Pakistan, who is leading this. And there are many other people from Bangladesh. Haider in Kapulisa, this is one person. Then you have Mahmoud Il Dua, the second person. The third person is Fakar Fakaren Minu. So these are the three person who is working closely with ISI and providing the entire support to Jamaat, right, through ISI and through Pakistan military. So option one, Yunis plus ISI plus Jamaat. What they get? Yunis want delay in election. He wants to remain in power. He wins. So that's why he wants delay because more chaos, more the delay. He will just say that okay, I want to delay the election because the current state of Bangladesh is not suitable. The law and order is not suitable for doing the election. So he will just delay the election. What ISI gets from this killing? So two things. One, they can delay the election, and Yunis is their front man for doing all those things. And and the format or the pattern of killing is like the raw killing, what they portray. I'm not saying that. The ISI people say that, okay, this is a format of raw killing in a bike and all those things. So they have uh, done the same pattern, and they have instigated this through different communication within Bangladesh yesterday. So this entire riot happened, right? The people came and uh, torched Awami League office. They also came to the Indian embassy, rallied Indian embassy, and there were security lapses in that entire thing, right? Three or four embassy has to be closed. So ISI it's a complete ISI pattern. So I feel ISI and what Jamaat is getting. So Jamaat is based on anti-India movement, right? Any Jamaat that doesn't have any agenda, right? There's no democratic agenda for Jamaat. They want to flame. These are the Rajakars. These are the Rajakars, and so we have to understand that Jamaat is doing all those things, and there are sleeper cells in India, in northeast, and also in Bengal and other parts of India. They are actually creating those kind of communication, and we know that in intelligence domain we know that, OSINT domain we know that these people are doing that. And what is happening is that the real Muslim, I mean the Muslim of Indian Muslim, are feeling the brunt of that, right? If there are some kind of terrorist incident created by these Rajakars or created by these immigrants, which has been sent by ISI, sent by Bangladesh, whatever, to our porous border, and anywhere they are doing a terrorist attack, the Indian Muslim are feeling the brunt. So that's the problem we have. We have to safeguard our social fabric. We have to safeguard the Indian Muslim. There should not be any uh, enmity or any kind of threat or any kind of hate uh, to Indian Muslims. Uh, there's difficult to segregate those people from Rajakas. It's difficult to segregate those people immigrant. But these are the pure people who doesn't. I mean, obviously, these are the things which have to be looked at. So I think the option number one, Yunus, ISI, and Jamaat is my what I feel that who are behind. There is a probability of Awami League also in this killing because they will also gain from this. I'm not denying that fact. But they have the other way around. When I say counter motive, motive and counter motive, when they kill somebody, they know that the people will attack their office, right? Awami League's office. So whether my risk taking of killing a person and delaying an election versus getting a counter motive from the other people like Jamaat and other people and torch our party office and uh, create enmity in people's mind about Awami League. Whether that's a counter motive, we have to see that, right? So Awami League, that's why Awami League I have put in option two, not in option one. But option one, I see that these people, both Unis, ISI, and Jamaat, has a win-win situation for here. Awami League has some kind of problem because they have to think about the counter motive. What when I attack somebody or kill somebody, what is the benefit? Like whether the election will be delayed vis-a-vis we have a negative perception in people's mind. So that's the question Awami League will ask, and whether this decision has been taken based on that, I don't know. So that's option one, and option two I talked about the major. These are the most probabilistic options. Where option one is the more probabilistic from my side. Why CI is not there? Let me clarify also that somebody asked me why CI is not there. CI is not bothered about what Bangladesh is doing right now. They have got what they want. They have got the access of port. They have got a channel with Myanmar where they can offload the arms and ammunition to Myanmar to fight the countersurgency, so that China is on the back foot. So they have got everything. So they are not bothered about what is happening in the northern side of Bangladesh or what is happening in Dhaka. So I don't think so. CI is in this killing. CI is not there in killing. They might be there. My ISI might have updated them after this incident, but I don't think so. CI is there in this killing. So that's what my thinking is. That option number one is Yunis ISI plus Jamaat, who has done that. Option number two is Awami League. Option three, four, five, I don't think so. That's a possibility, and this is my assessment based on my understanding of geopolitics and national security, and also the data I see from the OSINT network. Thanks for watching.